Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Can everybody hear me okay? Just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah, perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay. Oh, so as usual, we're not gonna really start until about like 9:45. Dude, I've been manually training past my first funded. Hell yeah, brother. But we're not gonna like start until like 9:45ish. So I'll give you guys a couple minutes to ask some questions, things like that. We have like 15 minutes before we like truly start. But anybody has any questions about anything, go ahead and ask that now. Planning on making the settings available Friday? Oh, I actually sent them out yesterday, so they're in the Discord. Yeah, the automated version, or like the automated system that I have been showing and stuff that I said I was like forward testing. That's out for TradingView. That's this. This right here. This is in the Discord. The settings for this. So like last night, PT would have hit easily. I think PT would have hit on the first trade last night. Where's 18? So I usually like starting at like 6:05, give or take. You probably would not have been in this one because the alert for this came in at like 6:01. So the first trade would have been the buy right here off the close of this red Renko. And you really only need, if you're going one NQ per $250 take profit, the camera's not on, baby, so you're fine. If you're going from one NQ per $250 PT or profit, this is your TP right there, that little box, that move. But it caught all of this essentially. So even if you had one NQ and you were doing 500 PT, that also would have hit. If you're doing 1,000 PT with one NQ, that probably would have hit as well. It just depends on where you would have gotten filled here. Each box is $100 basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you would have gotten as high as $900 at some point. It would have closed at like $650, $700, give or take. And then it took this trade. Even though on here, right, we have the entry and then we have the exit here, this still would have been a winning trade because we had 3 boxes, and that's your PT, right? Like this was a trade that I took last night, automated, right? This was one trade here for sells, about 25 points, give or take. You can see like the execution and stuff. Like I saw that like the what's it called? The thing was here, and then I saw that this like alarm went off and everything was red, so I just manually entered because I missed the actual alert when this happened, and then it just like hit PT on that move right there. Whoa, a lot of questions. Okay. PMI 945. Yeah, we're gonna be a little careful with like 945, like probably like 947. I think longs look good. Will there be automated bot trading viewers? So the trading view is this. This is the trading view settings that I've been using for NinjaTrader. That's my manual strategy, automated. So that'll only be for NinjaTrader. Under what section? So it's under the Jeff Banksy automated trend trader strategy in automated trading forums on QuantView, or in my Discord, it's in Jeff Banksy's 100% automated scalping strategy forum under main hub quantitative system. My weekend was good. Thank you for asking. Does QuantView work on TradingView and NinjaTrader, or just both? And they do show you how to set it up for both, yes. If I use one contract and trail it by 10 points, do you that will be successful? Yeah, because the only difference is that you'll probably get a couple more losses rather than break evens, but those losses will be half of like a full loss. So if you're trading one contract, a full loss is $200. If you're trading two contracts, a full loss is $400, right? But the moment you get one box with two contracts, that becomes a break even because you're taking half at that first box, and then your stop moves up a box. So if it hits stop loss after that, then you're losing as much as you're gaining. So that's why it's considered a break even, right? But if you're only trading one, then that's only one box loss, so $100, right? So essentially, you would need about 3 boxes to make $100. But if you're again following the 250 per 1NQ rule, right? That 250 gets hit before that. You feel me? The manual strategy I did just the 3 indicators with stock settings. Yeah, the manual strategy is just the trend trader on 5B. These are the settings for the automation, but you can leave that on and also trade that manually. So like if you go here, so for the manual, the only thing you need to know is 5B and then 5B here, right? That's the only thing that you need for the manual when it comes to the trend trader. It's just like this would have been a winning trade. It's like if you start at 930, depending on your fill here, this is either a winning trade or a small loss, but this would have hit PT if you got this fill, right? Because it's 3 boxes. You need 2.5. Even if you lost this by $100, $200, this is a TP. You're done for the day already. But what section tab would it be under? Yeah, it's under the automated forums tab. You'll see my name on it. Like it'll be like the title of it. It's like one of the first ones. For auto strats, do you need ATS? So for automation, I always recommend ATS. I know that's not something everybody can get though. Just ATS is just quicker, like much quicker. Not much quicker. It's just quicker, like consistently quicker. Pick My Trade is also very, very good. I have used that before, and sometimes there is a little bit of a delay, like 1 second, 2 second. But there are times where that delay helps you a little bit, you know, because if you get the instant fill when it wicks you out, but let's say it like rejects after that fill, like you get a better, smaller loss essentially. Like that, I have seen that happen. Would PMT be able to keep up with the alerts? Getting slammed using third party with J12 because it closes and opens so quickly. Yeah, like this one will be a little bit better because it doesn't happen often where you'll have like exit entry. You know, like notice how for the most part they're kind of spread out, especially when there's volume. So like this is 9 o'clock right here to the right. So like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 trades so far, and you can kind of see more or less when it's going to actually get into a buy. If you just want to manually trade this also and just use the alerts, right? You can do that too, right? Just take what you learned from the manual strategy and use it on this, right? Like if I know essentially the fills are the box that closes when we have red bands, and the trend trader turns red, right? And then this blue line right here, you can't really see it here, but let me see if I can. So see this blue line? That's your trailing stop loss. So a candle close past this blue line will take you out of the trade. So if that doesn't happen and it keeps rising, so all this is one trade. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's a $1,900 trade on one NQ. And then right before that, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, $1,400 trade. So $1,400, $1,900 trade off one NQ back to back, you know? And your losses are between, I would say, 150 and like 290, maybe 300 max if you have like some slippage. But yeah. Oh, blue line is my trailing. Yeah. The blue line is your. I haven't made a video on this. I probably will, but for the automation setting, like the automated settings, like your blue line is your trailing. So like that's what this 2 and 2.5 is. Like that blue line is your trailing stop loss. So it'll let it pull back a little bit so that it'll keep you in the trade, especially when you have runners like this, right? But at the same time, it'll also close, you know, within 10, 15 points. So the stop loss is a little bit pretty similar to the other one. Does ISMPI usually give big moves enough to no, definitely not. I would not hedge on PMI. I wouldn't hedge at all. Like I would just wait for CPI. It's just like this is a sell right here. This was probably a small loss right here. This is one trade, so this is an entry, and it's so far running. So even if you take this loss, right, you're already more than taken care of there. Yeah, next week, March 12th, CPI, I'll be live streaming, trying to pass the challenges in that one day with CPI data. But yeah, I would definitely not use it on anything other than CPI. I don't even trust PPI that much. It just gets too wicky. But yeah, so I would just wait for CPI. Because PMI can give a move, but it's not the type of move you would want to base, you know, passing or failing your accounts in one day, because it can wick up 20 points and wick down 20 points, and that's your accounts right there. So this was a sell right here. So again, depending on the fill, sometimes it will fill the following box, sometimes it fills the box before, but it's usually within these two boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, $1,200 on one NQ. Probably would have secured 900, but again, with your PTs, the big thing about this strat is that you have to stick to the PTs. Don't put one NQ and put a PT of $1,500. It can hit, right? But if you want like quick moves like this, where it's like I only need 2 or 3 of these boxes in this entire move to hit my daily TP, like stick to one NQ per 250. If you want to really like, you know, double that, even one NQ for every 500, that may work as well, right? Strat is easy to follow. First time doing it on your live? No, if you go on my channel and you look at all my previous live sessions, like it's the same thing every day. That we like trade, we would trade this manually. So like what I can do is I can manually trade this. I'll just instead, you know, take off this. So I'll know more or less when it's in a trade, or at least a winning trade where the trailing stop loss comes in, because the blue line will still be there, right? But I take the alerts off, right? So I can manually trade, because these settings, the trend trader doesn't change because it's 5B 5B. So this is the manual system right here, right? And then the automated system that I've been doing is literally the same exact thing with these settings that are in the Discord, in both Discords, right? So the only thing really is just 2.5. It used to be 3, but 2.5 kind of secures a bit more, so I kind of like that. Trailing, obviously 5. Do not click this. Both directional, so both buys and sells. And then for the good thing I like about this is that for the time string, depending on if you do have a time string, right, only allowed during specific time, if you do have this on, it won't affect the trade alerts. Like, you won't have different alerts if you have a 9:35 or a 9:45 start time. But if you can't be at your computer and just manually play it at 9:45, you can use the time string. Oh, is there a setup prior? No. For the CPI, no, there won't be. It's like I said, it's so easy that we can hop on. I mean, we're obviously going to be on well before that, but we would be able to hop on, 15 minutes before, and I just explain it one time, and you guys will get it. Like, that's how easy it is to understand. Very, very simple. But yeah, hopefully we have a very quick day today. It's 9:42, but we do have PMI at 9:45, and then we have manufacturing PMI at 9:45. We have ISM at 10. And then Trump is speaking again today, brother. This man has spoke like every day. He spoke every day last week, I think. Let me see. Yeah, last week he spoke Tuesday, Thursday, and then he wasn't going to speak Friday, but then he ended up speaking Friday. But to be honest, those have been some of the best days for the automated strategy. Like, it would catch like 100+ point moves on those days, just because there's a lot of volumes and there's big, like, really strong downward moves. So if you notice, this is literally the same thing, same exact thing. I just like having this on the side because I like knowing where my orb range is. So the orb is also the first 15 minutes of market open. So we're going to start here pretty soon. I do want to, again, I am paying attention to the fact that PMI is at 9:45, but as long as we catch the direction, that's all that really matters. We'll probably give it like a minute or so, because usually after a minute it calms down again. SMT still at the highs? I honestly haven't really been looking too much at that lately, at least, because like we're so zoomed in, and like, point wise, like I need 3.5 boxes maybe of profit, and that's my PT for the day. That's my $500. You get me? So yeah, if we were like trading how we used to and looking at like SMTs and SIBIs and BISIs and all that, definitely I would pay attention more to that. I still pay attention to it. Like, I'll see if there's like a previous session low or a previous day high or low in place somewhere. Let me see. I actually don't have that up. So like I'll have, sometimes I'll put this on, but this is a paid indicator. But you can mark these out. It's just like the 9:30 opening price. It'll have weekly and monthly opening price, which is this orange line. It'll have midnight opening price here. So it'll have a lot. Okay, so 9:45. Okay, so let's see. Why is it saying order rejected? Oh, because I hit my PT last night already. Well, this is a bounce play here. I was trying to put my buy stop here. So that's partials. So that's one. So this is already one contract partials. And then stops are at break even right now, and that got stopped out at break even. So it'd be up like between 95 and 100 depending on the fill. I'll probably just do it like this today, just because I don't want to go back and hit or mess with the auto liquidation on Trade-Evade. But like here, let me show you so you guys can see. This would be another bounce play here. I don't normally do it like this for anybody this is the first time joining. Normally I actually like show like the execution and stuff on here, but I hit my PT last night, so okay, so at this point we're at break even already and partials were taken. So this one gave us about 100 bucks. This one already gave us about 100 bucks, and we're up we were up 200 bucks at some point. So that would have been these two are both small winning trades. Depending on how far this went, possibly got close to PT. This one happened too quickly. I probably wouldn't even have gotten in on this one. But if you just happened to miss both of these and this was the one that you took, that would have been the first loss. Let me see. Hold up, I'll probably just change my auto liquidation to okay, there we go. Okay, pull effect. Okay, so we got it going now. So we should be able to I should be able to show some. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we got it set up to where now I can actually like execute on here. Just gonna let it calm down a bit because it is moving pretty fast right now. I'll probably wait for see if we can get a bounce play up here. Yep. Like that. You're not gonna catch that. That's fine. Is this news? Hold up. 945, 950. Yeah. The diamond is just when the money ball gets above the like momentum line. So like this green line is like a confirmation of this is the one where that momentum traded above that green line or got to that green line. So if you notice here, I look left, right, the first time, notice here how we got up and then we didn't really go below back into the opposite side, so that diamond stayed there. And then this was the first time that diamond went up. And notice how like the entire time here we were mostly red the entire time and then mostly green the entire time, and then now we flip back red. Okay. Yeah, it's moving a little bit fast, so we're probably just gonna wait till 10. If you happen to take these first two trades though at 9:45, you possibly would have hit PT, because this would have been a breakout that could have given you 100, and then even just this going 2 boxes would have probably hit that. No problem. I don't really use this all too much on it, if I'm being completely honest. Probably just gonna give it some time till after 10, just because this is moving extremely fast. Like when you see it like just multiple boxes, excuse me, show up like that, I kind of want to stay out of it a little bit and give it a chance to taper off. But hindsight, I mean, if let's say, we're just using this as an example, right? If we were able to catch all of these, and like let's say it wasn't moving so fast, if we were able to catch all of these, like this is a win, this is a win, this is a win, loss, 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 win, loss, probably a small win depending on which box you got in. Nothing here because we have green lines, probably a small win here depending on which box you got in. And then right now we would have been looking for a breakout there. Obviously it never would have happened. And then here we would be looking for a possible bounce play. But again, I'm waiting on so all lines turn red. I'm waiting on 10, but all lines turn red here. Entry here or here, whichever box. The moment that first box prints, obviously you move your stop loss up. But again, whenever I see that, like no boxes and then 4 boxes instantly, I would be careful around that time. That's why I don't like trading during news, especially on a Monday. Even though it's not a no news Monday, I'm still a little bit extra careful. Let me see how the strategy would have been doing. I'll show it. Hold up. Actually, let's switch back to here. So with the automated strat, there might have been a couple losses in this area because it's just sideways. It just depends on if there was a alert or not. Yeah, so small win here in a trade right now for a sell. Probably a small win or a break even here. Definitely a small win here. Big win here. Win or break even, or even a small loss, just depending. Again, this will depend on like your fill, right? So this is like where PMT comes into place, or ATS. Like, am I getting this fill at 965, or am I getting this fill at 960? Right? At that point, it's like, okay, now that's either a win or a loss or a break even. But even still, it's a small loss if it is a loss. This is probably the only full loss that we've had. Notice how there was no blue line. It didn't even get to the point where it would trail. So this is just a hard stop of about 15 points. Okay, so about 300. And then this here, again, even this, on something like this hits PT. This hits your PT at 1 for 1NQ 250. Because if this is your entry, you only need 2.5 boxes, like down, right? And this thing went 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes down before coming back and getting stopped out in profit or at break even. So even something like this hits your PT, right? This definitely hits your PT. My number one is always going to be Apex. Some people don't like the trailing drawdown, but I think that that's only an issue if you're over leveraged. But 100% Apex. The fact that you can have up to 20 accounts and copy trade all of them, and they offer 300K accounts, that's $6 million in funding. If you can get funded with all that, that's a lot. And they offer, I think, 100% profit split for each account of the first 225K. But yeah, if you want that profit, so this is another sell that this would have been in. So again, you can like literally manually trade this if you want. It might be a little bit more conducive manually than like trading the 1 box, 2 box, how we normally do it. Just for some people that don't have as quick of fingers, that's fine. Okay, it's the same strategy, just different trailing, rules and things like that. Okay, and again, realize that this is between 9:45 PMI and 10 a.m. PMI. So the fact that it's even winning where a lot of other systems probably don't win is definitely a big plus. Even like this is during Asia and London, like fat win here, fat win. This is a small loss because we have our entry here and then Notice the blue line, so we did trail, so smaller loss. This was a full loss here. Nice win for about 8-9 boxes. Full loss, small win, win, loss, big win here. And all this is like pretty low volume. But like even if you like starting at 605, which was right here. Let me make that. Was right there, right? Let's say you did get in on this. This is this is a win. Like this hits your PT if this is the fill that you get, because you need 2.5 boxes and we got 3, right? That's that's like 300 plus, depending on how far, if price even shaded a gray box in here or not. Let's say that's a break even or even a small loss. Okay, fine. Very next trade goes for $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $700 minimum, right? Or at the full top, at the top, that's 250 right there per NQ. So even if you miss these two and you take this loss, right? The very next trade is a 70-point win. No issue at all, because at least not through ATS, because ATS is it's undetectable. See, so this thing is still in a trade right now for a sell. ATS is undetectable, so I haven't had any issues because it uses market orders, like hotkeys market orders. So, and even still, like I'm still watching it, and you're still technically manually trading it. When is the best times you like to play the strat? So during NY, during New York, 9:45 to like 11:15, 11 o'clock. And then during Asia, I have been starting at about 6:05, so 5 minutes after, 5 minutes after market rollover, and then up until like 10. Hey Jeff, made $970 today. First day trading your strategy. Hill boss from Discord. Oh shit. Okay. That's dope. Awesome. Make sure you post that in the profits page. Well yeah, in the Discord, post which trade it was that you took to, like which setup, because there's a lot here that you could have taken. Even if you, again, starting at 9:30 versus 9:45 is up to you guys. I found that at 9:30 there are times where you can get chopped up very early or very quickly, or just the influx of volume just moves too quickly for us to manually trade it sometimes. But other times you will have like trades like this at open where it's like you hit PT in the first 3 minutes of market open, you know? So it's up to you guys. I would always recommend being frugal. So 9:45 I think is the best time on average, okay? Because we have the orb levels also that we can use. Okay, so it's like I would definitely prefer you to be more frugal with this. Okay, that's a crazy trade right there. This is 10, but like when you see like multiple boxes with the same timestamp like that, depending on your fill, like our fill probably, the fill for the alert probably got in right here, which even then that's 45-50 points. Okay, the auto strat is showing signals on the chart, but I'm not getting alerts for half of them. If it's not showing an alert, then it's either delayed just because price is moving too fast, or it again, I don't even look at the chart most of the time when it comes to the alerts, so I wouldn't really worry about that. But sometimes that will happen just because, like, notice how here if you have like a data gap, like it probably didn't give an alert for this, right? But you see it on the chart. But like these definitely probably got it. Maybe not this one because again, multiple boxes at the same timestamp. This is news, so you wouldn't want to be trading it during that anyways. Okay, let's see. 2200 on the 2 150 combines on 2NQ. Fire. Hit a ICT manual trading right now. Gonna try your strat too. Okay, bet. News, fire. That was news. Just got that for a drop of $1,500 halfway there on Apex eval. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, so again, I would be cautious with just the news. I mean, if you were able to get it, I wouldn't doubt if some people got it. Just again, depends on your fill and how quickly the alert came in. I'll put the alerts on actually. Hold up. Or I'll make an alert just to see. Let's see. It's not going to be sent anywhere, but I'll just make the alert here. Brother, why is this not working? There we go. So I'll put the alerts here on the right so we can see about what time, when and where the alerts would come in. It's got a 16-second delay trade and chart on. It just got a 16-second delay between trade on the chart and TV signal. Yes, sometimes again, like I told you guys, for these signals, sometimes it will signal for the box before or the box after, right? It won't always be exactly right here. That's the reason why with ATS, like personally, it's just something I will always recommend because you're gonna get the best opportunity when it comes to see like the alert came in already. So at 09, right? So this was 08, 09. So about 1 second, right here. That alert came in on this box, this first box rather than this one, right? So right now it's still in it. But yeah, sometimes again, I wouldn't go 100% by these alerts right here, especially during news, right? Like you're comparing this during a time where news can affect the alerts and things like that. So yeah, TV smacking me and not doing that anymore. ATS or manual, hit me up on split the cost, just say. So like right here, so this is a PT if for whatever reason you got it, because this came in at 09, right? Now the delay will happen if there's only a delay if you see this at 09 and then you see your actual, like either if you're doing PMT or ATS, right? So notice this was 14, so this is at 14. So 1 second or right at the second, right? So the only way it's a delay is if you see the alert here at 09 and your execution was like at 11 or 12 or 1, right? Or I'm saying 11 or 12 or like 15. That's a delay. But if you see the alert at 09 and your execution was at 09, right? That's not a delay. Even if on here it says 07 or 06 or 08, right? That it's based on the alerts of TradingView, right? So like right now, this is another PT again, 2.5 boxes. Where was our entry? 34. So about literally right here on this box right here. So between this box and this box, that's already 4 boxes, so about 400 points, right? So I would not pay attention again too much to this being super accurate because again they're Renkos. I would pay attention to notice how quickly the alert popped up, but I would pay attention to the timestamp on the alert and compare that to the timestamp on your execution on your trade evade or wherever it is that you take the trades. Right, that's what I would compare it to. I would not compare it to directly where because these are going to be off anyways, because it won't always print at the box. So like if this box closes, it'll show the entry technically here, right? If this box closes, it'll show the entry at the top of this one, and vice versa. So like this is exactly how I did mine. Right, I connected it right through here, and then it just goes through ATS for the execution, but nothing changed for me. Like this is all the same for me. I did not do it a different way. Mine is through TradingView with these settings, with ATS, and again, I showed you the results for it hitting the TP or PT or whatever on one bot on one NQ, $250 per NQ, that it's most times it's hit before Asia, or before like most times my TP would hit like in this range, right? Because I would really only need one. Like yes, last night, like same account, the PT hit here, right? So it's similar with that, right? Like I would not be. You can go by this on an idea of, hey, you know, we probably had a win here, we probably had a win here. This was probably a win, a loss, or a break even. I don't know, but either way, depending on your fill, where this gets, how far this goes down, you know, PT gets hit or not, right? Like this one, the alert came in at 07 right when this showed up, and you're up 3 boxes already. Oh my god, why can't, bro? My fucking scroll has been fucked up. Right, so that's already a PT because you have 3 boxes. If you got that fill here, even if you didn't get the fill here and you got the fill here, that's PT there. So again, just like with any strategy on TradingView, with Renko's especially, I would not take these exact levels to heart. Okay, I would compare it to the alerts on the right. So just notice the difference between the alert and then the label. So that already popped up here at 49. So right when this closed, that's when this popped up. So you can suspect that this is more than likely a win. You can suspect that this is buy here that it took is more than likely a loss because it just went 57 and then 02 for exit. All right, so this one was open for 3 seconds, and that was a full loss. Okay. And it's only 10:08 too, so it's like it's still going to be a little janky because of news, which again I would not trade anything during news. But yeah, okay, I think it's what, 10, it's about 10:10, so it should be okay to start. We should be good to start kind of looking for some entries here. So let me take this off for now. See if we can get some entries here. Some entries going. So similarly, about a $500 PT. See if we got filled there. So this will be a breakout. Oh, already here. Modify. Why didn't it? Hello? Okay, now I'm having like a delay on fucking TradingView. Hello? Okay, I don't know why that happened. I should have been stopped out here, but it just didn't stop me out. But that's PT right there. Anyways, even if I got stopped out here and we take that next trade, that's still PT either way, no matter what. Let me see. I just want to double check and make sure. Yeah, the first contract closed at $90 for 5 points. Second contract closed at $550. Yeah, today's just a little weird with TradingView. This can happen from time to time, again, especially days that like we have a whole bunch of news. I mean, it's 9:45, 10, and Trump is speaking. So I would just be careful, right? At the end of the day, you only need 2.5 boxes for a PT, which can very easily be attained, you know, even if you're a box or two late at times. That really doesn't make a huge difference with some of these moves. I wish that today was a bit better of like just TradingView loading, but it will happen like this, you know, like this is already a winning trade right here. Right there, so it's like put this here, but it was basically, so this is on the left, just so you can see like the execution on the right. 850.5, and then 5 points was 855, and then 878 flat. So it looks something like this on that. I just got lucky here where like for whatever reason this sell stop didn't get activated and it just traded higher after that. That won't happen often. Like 99% of the time that I get stopped out at break even there, and then I would try and go for a buy again. But either way, it hits PT either way. But again, like even just looking at price action here, like this is 10 o'clock here, right? This is since 10, even this is just ugly. Like it's just like big candle, big candle, big candle, big candle, big candle, big candle, wick, 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 wick. Like something like this is much easier to trade. Something like this is much easier to trade. This move up, like moves like this, much easier to trade, right? But when it's moving like this, where it's like we have gaps here, and then we have candles that have no top wick, we have big bottom wicks, things like that. Like notice how like the opening and close of like intermediate candles are just off. Gaps here, another gap here, like that to me is like, okay, we're gonna see some weird stuff here. But again, it's gonna happen, you know. Like that's the reason why I say be frugal, because there will be times where this will be a little much speed wise for some people, and that's okay, you know. That's fine. It's just like, you know, like big candle, like again, like big candle, like just complete rejection, no top wick on either of these candles, no bottom wick here. Like it's just, you know, just the timing and the news and Trump speaking. I think most people hit PT already. I've sent something in the Discord. Yeah, like one guy got his 500 PT on his XFA using 10 micros, and then his $1,500 PT on his eval using 2 NQ. Another person said, I survived but haven't had so many break-evens and losses in a long time. Only trading 2 MQ. Yeah, today is crazy. Had a lot of break-evens and losses at first. And then they came back and hit their $500 and $1,500 PTs. But yeah. Somebody have any other questions about it? I'll probably do a setup video for it, for like the automated setup here. I'll let you guys watch the alerts come in, and usually whenever it gets to like a full page here, if like I'll probably clear the cache. But is that market maker indicator? No, it's not. It's are you talking about the one on the right that had like the midnight open and all that? No, that's a paid indicator. I forgot where I found it. Let me see if I can find it. It's this one, Time Cycles TTP by Zusi. It's this one here. Do you guys want me to put this like on a demo account and just let it ride? Let's put this on a demo account. Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay, it's already kind of connected. Okay, bet. I'll just do 1 NQ on this thing. I'm just gonna let it run for a little bit for you guys so you can see some of the executions and stuff. Let me stop sharing my screen real quick so that I can put this info in real quick. This is me setting it up, by the way. Oops. Okay, I'm just gonna put the alert now. It'll be so you guys can see like the alerts and the trades going through. Okay, that should be good here. Oops, I did not log out of this. I'm just gonna put on 2 NQ. Well, that's the alert, and that's the entry. So notice how it doesn't show up here yet. That can happen sometimes. All I care about is the alert itself. So that's PT right there with 2NQ. So you would have already been kicked out of this trade by now. And if you want to like manually watch it like that and then be like, okay, well, I want to take partials here and click one off, you can click one off there, right? And then let the rest run. And if it comes back to stop at break even, then you know it comes back and stops at break even. And this is just one trade, right? If no PT, just letting it run. Now, mind you, it just happened to miss this and some of these losses here, but even the wins alone, like it's fine. This thing's just running. And now you can just let it. So this is with 1NQ. So if you were only trading 1NQ to begin with, you'd be up like $1,100 right now on this specific trade. And let's see if we get stopped out at in profit. Probably this next box will close this out. Yeah, so that's the alert there. And then that just closed this out. Right? So I just wanted to show you guys an example of that specifically, right? But like if you let it run, like it'll keep going, right? But this is an example. I don't know why this didn't show up. Hold up, let me take off my information here. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't showing, but I guess it was, I guess I didn't have it clicked on to show. But this is, so notice how this was the entry here, right? Based off the alert, but on the label it had us one box higher. That's an example of me saying, hey, like this is where, you know, this is where we'll have either, sometimes it'll be one box before, one box after. So don't 100% like go based off of this label, right? Same thing here, right? So this was, the alert was for one box here, but it closes off a one box later, right? Now that'll happen sometimes, okay? And then notice here how there was no alert for this buy, right? But we see the label. Either way, it's a loss, so it keeps us out of it, right? So I would go only based off of the actual alerts that come through, okay? Just go based off of those alerts rather than the labels. The labels are somewhat accurate. The only thing that's not accurate is like the exact levels. But everything else is more or less the same. Okay. It's like this was the winning trade that we just took. That just happened here. So it was 859.75. Took partials at 79.25 there, and then and 905 got stopped in profit. That's more or less what that looked like. But it went as high as all the way up here. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. I kind of wanted to make it short today. If you have any questions, just reach out to me in the Discord about it, and we can kind of go over that. I will make a video on like setting up the manual settings and all that, so you guys can have that information there. But aside from that, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I appreciate you for watching. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. All of my information is in the description. My affiliate link is in the description as well for Apex, which is my favorite by far. It's what we're going to be using for the CPI trading on the 12th. Also, the Discord is there as well. And also, if you don't have QuantView, whether it's a Pro or the Elite or ATS, please use the link that's in the description if you do want to sign up. That obviously helps me out also. And that'll give you access to all of this. Okay, which this is the TradingView version, the NinjaTrader version of my manual strategy, which is the actual, take partials at one box and then trail by two boxes. That's going to be for NinjaTrader only. But this is about as close as you're going to get to my strategy on Tradeovate, or I'm sorry, on TradingView, which again you can see with, well, this is the wrong settings. You can see with the alerts and all that. Okay, but you only really need Elite for this. You don't need anything else. You don't need ATS. So the only thing that ATS will give you the quicker response time and and activation, like you guys saw on this first trade here. Okay. Before I sign off, does anybody have any other questions at all? Oh, thanks. Have a great day. Awesome. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'll catch you guys later. All right.